So we're going to be deriving the quadratic formula. So by that, we have to start with the formula ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay, so we want to solve for x. So we first subtract c from both sides, and it becomes ax squared plus bx equals negative c. Alright, once we get this, we want to divide both sides by a to get the coefficient in front of x squared to be 1. Okay, once we do that, it's x squared plus b over a times x equals negative c over a. Alright, once we get this, we want to complete the square for the left side of the equation. So we need to take the coefficient in front of x and divide it by 2. So what we do is multiply 1/2 times b over a, and that becomes b over 2a. Once we have that, we want to square this, which makes it b squared over 4a squared. Alright, now once we get this, we would need to add it to the left hand side to make it a perfect square trinomial. But we have to remember to add it to both sides. Okay, so once we add it, it will look like this: x squared plus b over a x plus b squared over 4a squared equal to negative c over a plus b squared over 4 squared. Alright, so once we get that, this becomes a perfect trinomial. We have to factor this perfect square trinomial. So when we do that, it becomes x plus b over 2a all squared equal to negative c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. Okay, so once we have that, we need to find the least common denominator to simplify the right hand side. To do that, what we want to do is multiply negative c over a by 4a over 4a, which becomes negative 4ac over 4a squared. Once we have this, we can add the b squared over 4a squared. Okay, once we get this far, we can add them together because we have same denominators. Alright, so then it becomes x plus b over 2a squared equal to b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Okay. Now we have to solve for x, so we have to get rid of the square. So we take the square root of the left and right hand side. Okay. So to do that, we do square root of x plus b a squared equal to square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 4a squared. Okay. Now, we have to simplify the right-hand side even more. To do that, we can take the square root and break it up between the numerator and denominator. So, this becomes x plus b over 2a equal to plus or minus, because we're doing the square root, of square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a, because square root of 4a squared is 2a. Alright. Now we want to subtract b divided by 2a from both sides to solve for x. So when we do that, we do minus b over 2a, and over here minus b over 2a. Alright, once we have that, we have x by itself on this side equal to plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a minus b over 2a. Okay, so what we can do is put the minus b in front to not make it as complicated. So it'd be x equals plus or minus, oh no, my apologies, it's minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now we have solved for x and we have the quadratic formula. And that's how you derive the quadratic